Extra the cred with it. You either fight or flight, I ain't one for the ledge living. I do it for the one that died but fed millions. With soul food flowed and stocked my bare kitchen. I'm liberated. I drew a play that they ain't illustrated. I make a move, they gladly imitate it. I ain't flattered, I'm a dragon to your paper castle. The Alpha and Omega, promise it ain't nothing after. A new beginning. My catalog like James Earl Jones, the ever living. Imagine if I did make beats that's more for killing. Imagine if you come from the south out my city. You probably wouldn't make it, oh yeah, really. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. Ain't no mileage of $4 configure the road I travel. Don't gravel, that probably baffle it. Label scribble on paper, they wanna shackle it. I own my masters and royalties, you can't raffle it. Wrist drip like a mango.
From the home of the 2021 AFC champs, there's a look inside newly named Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Atlanta Falcons and the Cincinnati Bengals. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Ready. Ultra. Go ultra. Black walk. Set.
Beginning on the ground with Patterson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now, this defense for the Bengals, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Here's 2nd and 8. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. Ritter on target to Pitts for a Falcon first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
Okay,
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Check right. Switch, yellow. Check up.
1st and 10, it's Patterson. He'll get this to about the 38.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
On the move past the 40. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Falcons. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. So 3rd down and the Falcons going with a dime. 6 defensive backs. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's got the first as they'll bring it down at the 28-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. The Bengals at 500 and 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And the offense last week, they certainly have things humming because if you can run up 40-plus points a game, you certainly take a lot of pressure off of your defense, and you're not going to lose very often.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here we go.
Third and 2. Now Burrow. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Now this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And 3rd and 1 now. Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. On the return is Williams. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they sit now at 500 on the year. And, Charles, this was a team that really looked lost in that first month or so of the season. But they have had the hot hand lately, winning 3 straight.
I would agree. It's almost hard to believe that this is the same team because we followed them pretty closely throughout this season. And early on, I thought this is going to be a really tough year for this crew. So plenty of credit to them for turning the ship around.
Here we go, here we go. Gotta go.
And that's caught one more time by Boyd. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
All right, ready?
They go play action with Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. Slant pass to Boyd. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily...
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Here we go. Strike, check, strike, cut.
So first down, and they'll stick with Algier. Up past the 30, 2nd down coming up.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. That'll be taken in by Damiere Byrd. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator. Showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing the colleges deliver to the NFL. Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he's got the speedster Goodwin. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 41-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Again, he'll drop to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. They'll run with Patterson. And boy, he is very close to a first down. Before they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
Come on, set.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got Fuller. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
Okay, right?
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Touchdown, Falcons! Drake London. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Falcons have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
On third down, Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one goes for 30 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
The Falcons now on first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll look to throw. He's got his man, London, right side. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Falcons. Marquise Goodwin in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons would extend their lead here just before halftime. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Here we go, here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
12, 12, 12. 11, 11, 11.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a 3rd and about 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And he is not going to get the first down as he'll spot this at about the 28. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Here comes Cohen. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it will be Falcon football. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. That'll be caught downfield by Bird. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take over here near the 40. They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable, and there's 2 schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line as he moves on in his career.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. The Bengals bring out their punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he is out of bounds up around the 14-yard line. It's a 54-yard punt with a return of 11. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. 2nd and 6. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 41-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 41. Back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
Back to throw again. Pass complete to Bird out right here. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. So on 4th down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. Koo knocks this one through the post. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
From the 29, Burrow. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Throw left side complete to Chase. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, it's Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll look to throw. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. A gain there of 21 yards. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
Well, even with a huge lead, he was looking for more points. Wanted the deep shot downfield. That one goes incomplete. Obviously, he wants to put more points on the board.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw here's incomplete.
But I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
They'll look to throw again. Got his man. It's London. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
Here we go.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole. And the drive starts with a completion, left side. Still on his feet, finding space at the 40, inside the 20. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. From the red zone now, here's Burrow, 1st down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
11.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Burrow. And it's caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal 1st down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Mixon again. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. So it's 3rd and goal, and now the question, can this Falcon defense stand tall once more? Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Only a yard on the sneak, not enough, and he's a few inches short for 4th down.
I'm wondering.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Falcons able to muster together a goal line stand. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. Oh, nice move. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. 106 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record.
Here we go.
How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Play action. It's Burrow. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play. But he could not pull it in. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. He's got Hurst as tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A final shot now for Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And this is caught. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.